Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I put up a video. I'm happy to be able to film today. So the video today is going to be on these three products here. This is the LA Colors Brow Palette and the LA Colors Contour Palette, and then the City Color Fig-tastic Palette. I had a request to do a review on this, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this and then add the other two in there as well, since they're all kind of different products. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinion on these three, and if you want to see how I got this look using these three products, just keep watching. I already have like my foundation and stuff on, so I'll go ahead and tell you what I have on my face already. For my primer, I just used a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish, my little sample thing. I just kind of put it on my nose here and like my chin where I have like my larger pores. For my foundation, I have on the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination Color Correcting Illuminating Full Coverage Cream Plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum, SPF 50. Super long name. This is a jumbo size. It is a 2.53 fluid ounce tube. Normally it's like half the size of this, and they were having a special on QVC. It was like a today's special value or whatever they call it. So it come with this, and I had a brush. I don't really like to put on my foundation with brushes. I tried it, and it just, for me, it doesn't really blend out very good. I'm probably just doing it wrong, but I like sponges to use on my foundation. So it also came with this lip balm, Je ne sais quoi. It says "You're Perfect Pink," but it really doesn't have any color to it. It's just pretty much a lip balm, which I really like it. It's really cute packaging too. So, but yeah, I like this. Been using that a lot. It also came with this IT Cosmetics Tight Line Mascara, and it has a really tiny brush, perfect for the lower lash line. I also use it on my upper lash line too, and I'll show you in the video when I put it on how I use this, but I am really liking this. This is something I would probably repurchase because it's perfect to get on the lower lash line, and yeah, so I really like this. For my concealer, I have on this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Corrector, and it's in the shade 220 Light Pale, and this is it right here. I kind of swatched it a little bit on my hand, and it's like a peachy color, so it's not really like a concealer, it's more like a corrector. So I just kind of put that right in the corners where I have my dark circles, and then I used to kind of conceal and brighten under my eyes, I used the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer in the shade 125 Fair, and I have like a little, it's just like a little tube, so I've used up most of it. So I have like a little toothpaste thing down there where you can get all your toothpaste out, and it works good for that. So I have like this much left to use up, so then I can start using some of my other ones up. So yeah, I have that on my face. To set my concealer, the usual e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. To set my face, I use the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder, and it's in translucent. So I really do like this. This is really, really nice stuff. Good price on it too. So to get started on the rest of my makeup, I'm going to use this LA Colors I Heart Makeup Contour Palette. I have not used this that much. This is what the colors look like, and I'll insert pictures of swatches and that with flash and all that. So I'm going to use this color here as my contour shade. I'm going to use this Hard Candy brush. It came in this little strobing kit that I bought. I haven't used this one a whole lot either. I need to break this out and use it some more, but it came in right there. And I think it's kind of the perfect size to fit here. So I kind of lay the product down and then blend it out with another brush. So I'm going to go in with this shade here. And as you can see, hopefully you can see all the powder that kicked up. So I'm just going to tap this off quite a bit because it did get a lot on there. And I have my makeup mirror on the side over here, if you see me looking over here. I'll take a little bit on my jawline here. A little bit on the sides of my nose. I don't normally contour my nose on a day-to-day basis. I thought I'd give this a try here. around here. I don't really use this brush a lot, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to blend it out with this. This is just a Wet n Wild brush. I don't know if this is the contour brush or the blush brush, but it's just kind of like a bit flatter here and then wider here. So just gonna kind of take it like this way here and blend this out. For my bronzer, I'm going to take a combination of this color here and this color here. I'm going to kind of mix those together because this one's a little bit too dark, so I'm going to lighten it up a bit. So I'm just going to tap it in this one and then tap it in that one. I like how that turned out. I like that these are pigmented, but they're also blendable, so that is really good. I probably won't get a whole lot of use out of the lighter colors in here, other than just to mix them with the darker colors, because I usually just use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder to set my under eyes, and that one works for me. Usually other things tend to look too cakey under there because I get really dry, like right around here, and it makes it look crepey looking, and I cannot stand that. So yeah, so I'll probably just keep using that, but I'll show you how the highlighter looks in just a minute. I'm going to put my blush on and I'll show you that. For my blush, I'm going to use this little sample of NARS Orgasm. It's so cute. It's a little tiny thing. It's a deluxe sample that I got free with purchase from something I bought on Sephora.com. For my blush brush, I use the e.l.f. Complexion brush, which is probably too big, but I like it. I'll just tap it in there. For my highlighter, I'm going in with this shade here. This is the only color in the palette that has any kind of shimmer to it. Everything else is a matte. And I really like this highlighter. And of course with that blush, you don't need a highlighter, but I love it. So I'm going to pack it on. So, can you see that already? That's really pretty. I hope you can still find this at Dollar General. It was only $6. I think it was $6. No more than 10, I'm sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it was $6. I give this a thumbs up. I do like it. The contour and bronzer shades are really nice and soft. The lighter shades are not quite as soft as the darker shades. I don't know why that is, but they seem, I mean, they're all somewhat powdery, so you have to tap your brush off, but they're, I don't know. I like the darker shades better. And of course the highlighter. I love the highlighter. See, on my cheeks. I love it. So yeah. I like this. For my brows, I'm going to go ahead and use this LA Colors I Heart Makeup Brow Palette. And I believe these just came in the one shade because it has the light and the darker colors with it. So when you open it up, you get 3 powders on top, just different shades of brow powder. You get 2 different shades of wax, and then a highlighter. You also get a little spoolie, which goes right there, but I took that out. You also get tweezers, which the tweezers, I tried them once and they were not good at all, so I don't recommend using those tweezers. This little brush, I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little brush, and I have not taken the brush out of here yet. I can tell just by looking at it, it's not going to be something I'm going to want to use, and it just looks super cheap and not really usable for me. So I just left that in there. And then you get one little eyebrow pencil, and then you get some stencils, which I have not taken them out of the package yet to use. The spoolie, I did try to comb through my brows just to see how it would work, and it seemed like it did pretty good. So I'm going to use the spoolie. I didn't put it back in here to show you because it is pretty much impossible to get out without bending it. It's like super tight in there, and I didn't want to have to struggle with it to get it back out, so I just left it out whenever I tried it out. So for my brush, I'm just going to use this little short angled brush. It's real flat, angled, one I always use for my powder eyebrow products. So first I'm going to comb through my brows. This spoolie does seem to do pretty good. Gets the job done anyway. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it with the pencil, then the powder, and then the wax to kind of set it. See how that works. So So the pencil, let me show you a little swatch here. You can see right here, it's kind of hard, so when you do one little swipe, it's not that much. I kind of really had to build it up to get color, but it doesn't have a shade. No, it doesn't have a shade on it, but it's just like a taupe color. So I'm just going to go through. Okay, I think that did a pretty good job by itself. Normally I would just probably just put some eyebrow gel just to kind of set it and I'll be done. But I'm going to go ahead and use some of the powder just to show you how they work. So I'm going to go in with this lightest shade here and use my little angled brush just to fill it in some more. I didn't show you a swatch of the wax shades just because when I kind of swatched them, they didn't really have any color on my hand. Now I'm just going to go in with the lightest wax color just to kind of set them. I'm not going to do the brow bone highlight just yet. I'm going to wait until I do my eyeshadow. But I give this one a thumbs up, but it's nothing super special about it. It's like not something that you have to go run out and buy. There's other products that work just as good as this one. The e.l.f. eyebrow kit works really good. I believe that one's $3, and they have two different shades, two or three different shades. I think it's two different shades. But there's also a Milani brow kit that works really good. So yeah, if you happen to see this one, yeah, I do like it. Not something you have to run out and get, I don't think, but it does work. I mean, I think it did a pretty good job. Now for my eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and use this Color Tattoo in the shade Nude Pink as my base. And it's just like a matte, almost like a little bit pinker than my skin tone, but it works really good to conceal my veining. As you can see, I have a lot of veining on my eyes. This doesn't completely cover it up, but it does pretty good. Because this palette does not have a matte cream color, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Creme Brulee just to kind of set that base. The palette I'm going to use today for my eyeshadow is the Figtastic from City Color, and I picked this up from Five Below. Okay, it looks like this. There's no mirror, it's just like a little thin plastic here. But it comes with two sponge tip applicators, which I don't use those. And that's what the colors look like. Some pretty colors. There are no mattes in this. Everything has some sort of shimmer or glitter to it. This one here almost looks like a matte, but it does have some shimmer to it even when you kind of swatch it. I'll show a picture of all the swatches of it. So I'm going to use some of these matte colors in these two for my transition and my crease color. For my transition color, I'm going to use this one right here. This is from the contour palette, LA Colors contour palette. For my crease, I'm going to go ahead and use this lighter of the brow colors. For my all over my lid, I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is really pretty pink. Don't quite look as dark as it is in the pan, so maybe it won't show quite as dark on my eyes, but I'm going to go in with this and put this all over the lid. Most of these are pretty powdery. I don't know if you can see, like they're kind of chunky and powdery. This one is one of them, so I'm going to be careful with fallout. I really had to pack that on, and it went on very patchy, and I really had to work with blending it and getting it to go on good. I'm going to go in with this shade here and use that on my outer corner. I had the same issue with that color. Went on pretty patchy. It was pigmented enough, but it just did not want to blend very good. So I'm going to go in with the clean blending brush here and try to blend that out. I also drug that up into the crease a little bit, so. I'm going to go in with this shade here, and like it doesn't look like that much in the pan, but swatched out, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of almost like a duochrome. It looks just like a pinky highlighter kind of color, but when you switch, kind of move your hand, it's got like a purple to it, different shades of pink. So I'm going to put that in the center of my lid, see if that'll kind of brighten this up a little bit. I'm just going to use my finger for that. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone using the brow bone shade in the brow palette. I'm just using a little tiny little flat brush. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner with this as well. I'm going to go into the brow palette and use this shade, the lightest color here, and go under my lower lash line there. I'm not going to do eyeliner on my upper lash line, but I will tight line with the CoverGirl Ink It eyeliner. And I don't know, black ink, it's called 230 black ink. Most of the writing is wore off on it, so go ahead and put that on. Before I do my mascara, I'm going to set my face using the Wet n Wild setting spray. And I'm going to curl my lashes. For my mascara, I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Tight Line to start out with. And I always open this wrong because the wand is on the bigger end. I just put this on the lower lash line, so I really like the way that looks. But I'm going to put a little bit on my upper lash line too, and then go over it with another mascara. The other mascara I'm going to use is the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. And it's the one in the green. I really like this mascara. I'm going to show you. It gives length, lots of volume. Can you see the difference? That's just with one coat on the one side, so I'll do the other coat over here. I'm going to go in with the second coat. If you don't like clumpy mascara, you probably won't like this because it does get a little bit clumpy, but I really like it. It gives you lots of volume, and some length too. So I give this a thumbs up. I think you can get this for $4.99 at Ulta, or you can get it on the Essence website. For my lips, I went ahead and lined them with the Milani Pencil and Spice, one I use all the time, one of my favorites. And for my lipstick, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Fergie Daily. I'll take a little bit of this highlight here and just put it on my finger, and a little bit more on my Cupid's bow. A little bit in the center of my lips there. And I forgot to give you my opinion on this eyeshadow palette. It does have some really pretty colors in it. They are pretty chunky, but you can make them work. They are hard to blend, so you do really have to work with them. I know that there are better palettes out there, and even the drugstore, that you don't have to put a whole lot of work into blending the shadows. So for my personal opinion, I would not recommend this. You can make it work if you already have it. You can definitely, make it work, make a look out of it. I feel like I did a pretty good look. One of the main problems I have with this is that it does not have any mattes in it, which means you cannot really make a full eye look without bringing in some other shades from either another palette or just singles or whatever. So yeah, probably would not recommend this. It's not bad, it's just there are better palettes out there, and there are some pretty shades in here. Definitely this shade here is really pretty. I mean, like I said, it doesn't look like much in the palette, but I don't know if you can even tell in the video on my eyes, but it is very pretty, like duochrome type look to it. If you already have this palette, yeah, you can make it work, and it's not terrible. But there are better drugstore palettes out there than this one. So that is it for that. So this is the finished look. And as far as the contour palette goes, I do like it. If you already have a contour palette, you don't really need this one. There's nothing really super spectacular about it. But if you don't have a contour palette and you're looking for one that's inexpensive, this one is a good one. So yeah, I think it was like $6. And same thing with the brow palette. I think it was $6 as well. If you have brow products already, like a brow powder and stuff, you really don't need this one. There's nothing super special about it either. But if you don't already have one, this is a good one to buy because it's got the 3 different shades. There's no really super light shade, so if you have like really blonde hair, you may not be able to make this work. But if you have like my shade or darker, you can probably make this work. So the tweezers in here are terrible. I have not tried out the little stencils yet, but yeah, so this is a good product. Okay, so that's it for my Get Ready With Me. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I hope I got that fixed to where you can follow me. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.